It's time for the most important meal of the day, kids. Me. And then we'll get to breakfast. Today's NomNom Wars is on two very popular cereals, which is Frosted Flakes. One is the original, one is organic. Who's going to win? Don't flake out on me, guys. Everyone's favorite breakfast item, cereal. You weren't a kid if you didn't have like 50 different kinds of these. Here's your regular Kellogg's Frosted Flakes. And here is your organic Frosted Flakes. This one's a lot darker, this one's a lot lighter. The texture alone, this is a little bit more flaky, while this looks to be a bit thicker. Both these cereals are going to be eaten with organic milk. But before I pour the milk in, I'm actually going to eat one individual flake alone by itself from these cereals. Seems about right. That right there is your childhood. Crunchy, disappears pretty quickly in your mouth, very sugary. This one needed more bites and more chew to get down. Probably more hearty, more substantial. There's sweetness, but not really sugar-coated like the Frosted Flakes. Look, it is. Pour it at the same time. Quick. Quick! There. We're also going to be timing in this video with a timer on which cereal gets soggier more quickly. First, a nice bite of my childhood dreams. That's like straight up sugar cubes in your mouth. I mean, it is really sweet. It's kind of how you remember cereal. It does have a cornflake taste, the milled corn taste. This is more of an oaty cluster. It's kind of like comparing a cracker to a granola bar. If you understand that comparison, that's the difference between these two cereals. About a minute has passed by, and it's already getting a bit soggy. Both cereals are getting pretty soggy at the same time. This was sweeter when I ate it by itself, but I don't know, I think when you pour the milk in this one, this comes off with a sweeter taste.
Is it cool if I taste it? Or is it gonna like...
the camera... Oh, the camera... You want to try both?
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead. Just about this time, let's see the sogginess. Pretty soggy. At this point, it's like a couple bites, you could swallow it, maybe like 3-4 bites. It's pretty soggy. This one. Very similar in sogginess. I think both these cereals became the same amount of soggy at the same amount of time. Although this takes a little bit more to chew because, like I said, the oat clusters in the organic cereal, it's more substantial as opposed to these being flaky. I guess you can kind of substitute it, you know, doing like spoonfuls like this where it'll be a lot more full in your mouth as opposed to this where all you really need is maybe about that much. But I do have to say, for the non-picky eater, if you don't care about what your cereal consists of, I believe eating cereal like this only keeps me full for about maybe 30 minutes. When you eat a more hearty breakfast, like one with oats, almonds, and all that stuff, it keeps you fuller longer for maybe about an hour to 2 hours, I would say, personally for myself. These are thicker, have more bite to them than the Frosted Flakes. The organic ones are thicker, have more bite to them. I think the taste of the flake, this is more whole grain and more oaty. This is more of just kind of like a very flat corn flavor. You can taste that this is just more regular sugar as opposed to this. It tastes more like they used a sweetener that might have been a bit more natural, which we're gonna read the ingredients now. For the Frosted Flakes ingredients, it is milled corn, sugar, contains 2% or less of malt flavor, salt, BHT for freshness. Vitamins and minerals are added. But milled corn, sugar being the main two ingredients, that is really what you're tasting. That's pretty much it. For Annie's Organic, it is whole grain oats, whole grain wheat, cane sugar, tapioca syrup, sea salt, sugar syrup, vanilla extract, natural flavor, vitamin E mixed, added to retain freshness, same thing. But the two main ingredients being in this whole grain oats, whole grain wheat, cane sugar, tapioca syrup, you can taste that difference. It is a lot more of a heartier cereal. I would say the only reason why I would choose this over regular Frosted Flakes is because one, it will keep me fuller longer. Two, I can taste a difference between plain sugar and cane sugar as well as the vanilla extract. On the NomNom scale, 1 being these two cereals are exactly the same, 10 being these two cereals are completely different, it is a 6. It's a solid 6 because 1, the textures are different. This is a lot thicker than the flakes in Frosted Flakes. These flakes are heartier, oatier, and have more of a natural sweet taste as opposed to just flakes and sugar thrown in. So a 6 is a very solid score. Although this is gonna be more expensive, you might get better value with this cereal. If you're a broke college student, you might wanna save a couple bucks here and there and get a better value. Although you might have to eat more of this to stay full. If you have a couple bucks to throw in for a heartier breakfast, really go with these. This is the winner as far as quality, texture, sweetness. While the sweetness amount between these two cereals are similar, I think you could fairly tell that this one's more so of just plain sugar as opposed to this one that tastes more natural. Be sure to subscribe and stay tuned for future episodes and request what you'd like to see on NomNom Wars here next time in the comments below. Okay, these are like completely soggy now. This one's like sugar and mush that just dissolves. The comparison between this being more of a granola bar and this being like more of a cracker, I think it's pretty spot on.
No.
But it's soggy cereal. Who doesn't enjoy soggy cereal? When you're a kid, you eat cereal no matter if it's soggy or crunchy or whatever. But something that did actually bother me is when the milk isn't cold. If someone left out the milk and I had cereal with warm milk, I didn't like that. I liked it cold, just like my heart. That's a wrap, folks.